Sam, you're in the
Can you hear
chat.
us now?
Can you hear us?
Let's go. That should be better.
Oh.
Yep. We're on.
Okay,
We can hear it.
We can hear it in our own
All right. Well,
things.
what I was just saying is look how wide I am. I'm significantly wide.
Camera is being very bright.
You're looking wide. I probably wouldn't fit through a door.
Exactly.
I look like I'm as wide as the doorway behind me right now. How do I make myself smaller? Anyway, it's fine. Whatever.
Oh.
It's just who cares? No one's watching this anyway except for Vardy and Sam.
Except for Vardy and Sam.
All right. Shall we?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Woo! We're number one, baby.
A win for round 24 and minor premiers officially. Oh my God, what the fuck? We did it.
We did do it.
Well done, lads.
Amazing.
Well done to
Yeah.
Nixie and the team. Well done to the boys. That was a rise. That was a rise and a half.
Wasn't it?
15th to 1st in one season.
Never in my wildest dreams would I have expected that out of this season.
Yeah, look, I think we kind of celebrated a little bit early last week, but it really is good to be on the top.
Yeah.
Really is good. I like that we're on the top and we're kind of not we're kind of underdogs as
Yeah,
well.
still.
Somehow we're still
Yeah.
Well,
underdogs.
we're on top, but not playing our best football.
That's right.
That's it.
Well,
Yeah.
welcome, Kate,
Thanks, Lauren. Welcome.
and welcome, Ben.
Thanks, Lauren.
Now there are some guests downstairs.
There are.
There's some sneaky guests downstairs,
There
and we almost invited them up, but we weren't sure if we should really have Ollie Wines, Darcy Byrne-Jones, Mitch Georgiadis, and Jason Horn-Francis on the pod this week. We
Nah.
weren't sure. But look, if they do come upstairs, we might give them a microphone. I don't know.
Yeah, look,
We've got a spare.
they could have some hot takes if they really want it.
We can ask how their season went. But no, tonight we will be talking about the Crows. We are playing a qualifying final against Collingwood.
Against Collingwood.
How are the stars aligning there?
I know. Yeah.
And in episode 132, we'll be talking about the Crows AFLW team who are back to their winning ways. Thank God for that. Amazing comeback from them against their game against Geelong. Against the
Yes.
game against Geelong? That's
yes,
what I'm trying
correct.
to say.
Yes, you're onto it.
Sam's out, Dan's out. Hope Juds feels better.
Yeah.
And Sam, not sure. Lazy?
No.
he had family things on.
Yeah, family
Oh,
stuff.
Let's just pretend he's lazy because that's fun. Sorry, Sam. Just kidding.
Yeah.
Port is Ben's second team.
Yeah, Sam said to tell the boys that.
Yes, it is a long-standing thing that I think one stage in Tasmania I said I don't hate Port, and they're suddenly
You're never living that
I'm
down.
in love with them. So this was when I'd lived away from Adelaide for a long period of time. When you live interstate, it's really the Victorian teams that really gives you the year. It's not so much the second South Australian team, but then obviously the clashes when you're back in Adelaide, it's a little bit rawer. But
my hate for Port comes from the SANFL, because I'm a Central supporter. So obviously we had a big rivalry there back in the late 90s, or the mid 90s, early 2000s. I was kind of born to hate Port in that respect. Yeah. Port Power, I mean, I just hate them as an aside. It's just obviously I hate them. I just have to.
Yeah.
You know?
I was a bit of a different one because my dad's family traditionally all went for Port. My grandma was big in them, but my auntie married a player, and so my dad switched and became a Sturt supporter, and then they were my second team for the first couple of years, the KL years, and then very quickly turned into what they are today. So got out of that quick. Yes.
Well, fortunately, it sounds like the sound isn't coming through well, so maybe no one heard about me and my Port allegiances.
Is that right? Oh no.
Yeah, I don't know what to do about that. It happens every single time I'm doing this. And
how annoying.
I'm just closing all my programs. And what else can I do?
Yep, that's probably it. I've got nothing to offer you, Lauren.
Sorry about that.
If you, as a Port fan, Ben, if you had one
Getting
question,
a little bit overblown, but yes.
if you had one question for the boys downstairs, what would it be?
Oh, how to find your season.
Yeah, I'd love to get that
anything
answer.
you could see you could improve on. Yeah.
That'd work, I reckon.
How was the succession?
Yes. Oh, that's a good question. Yeah, I'd love to hear the light on that. Yeah.
All right, Ben, get on with it.
All right.
Oh, no.
Well, I'll give you my selections from my non-existent story.
I'm the stat man.
All right, 132 debut player. We have Jason Tawney.
Jason Tawney.
So,
I thought you were going to say Jason Horney Francis then.
no, he didn't. Haven't seen him debut for the Adelaide just yet. But so he played 77 games for us between 03 and 07. Came across to us from Richmond, who got him from. He was originally from South Adelaide. Played 118 games with Richmond. And he was traded to us as part of the deal that Kane Johnson went across to them. So, yep, that deal. That was one of our early sort of bloody Victorians going back to Victoria sort of trades.
It really was, yeah. At least he'd helped us win 2 premierships, though.
He did. That's right. We did get the best out of him, I think. So, solid medium defender. He had a few injuries through 04-07. Played most of the games in 07, but then got delisted at the end of the year, went back to South Adelaide. He then, post-football, he worked in some Sandful sort of grassroots development areas.
Cool.
And then went up to the Gold Coast and worked for their academy for 9 years.
Oh, wow.
And then from there he's moved back to, it's an executive officer role in the Sunraysia Football Netball League. So not the Sandful, but the Sufurnal.
Say that again, Ben.
The Sufurnal.
When I say Sufurnal, you say.
That's right. So as far as I know, he's still doing that role. So that's sort of around the Mildura sort of area, that league. So,
oh,
cool.
Well done, Jace.
Interesting to me facts, Eddie Betts played 132 games for the Crows.
All right.
Just not enough.
No.
They were good ones,
Could
though.
have been like at least 70 more.
They were
I reckon.
132 pretty good games.
They were.
Yep.
Miss you, Eddie.
Yes.
And Fogarty is up to 132 contested marks and climbing fast.
Hell yeah.
Awesome. Good one,
Fog
Fog.
watch.
And that's me done.
Oh, alrighty. Well,
Love it.
let me find the football sound. And the last game of the I keep forgetting about the part. Sorry, everyone. Last game of the round was against North Melbourne. Crows won by 13 points, 17 goals, 11, 113, 15 goals, 10, 100. Probably let them concede a few too many points, but seemed like we just wanted to get through that one bruise-free.
Yeah.
It was really not the most fun game to watch.
No.
I don't think.
North certainly came out with a fair bit of intent.
Yes.
They did.
High off a win against Richmond and brought a lot of pressure, but don't know.
You know what I think about that? Good for them. Like, good for their fans to see them actually trying and, bring it to, the minor premiers. But I thought it was pretty obvious we weren't really getting out of third gear if we barely were in third gear, to be honest.
100%. Yeah.
Yeah, it always looked like we should have had their measure, but we never looked like we were tearing the game apart either. So.
No, not really. Yeah. Although when we did get our run on, I think the problem was, again, we were playing so high up the ground. We didn't have anyone in our forward 50 when we finally transitioned, and we were kind of just wasting time trying to get our structure right. So probably need to work on that a little bit for finals.
Absolutely.
But otherwise, generally there was some pretty solid performers throughout the day, I thought.
Yes.
I'm sure they'll come up in the votes, but I thought James Peatling had a really great game.
He did.
3 goals, obviously, playing a bit more forward this time, obviously, to kind of fill the void of Rankin there. Dowling thought he had a really impressive game for his first game of the year.
Yeah.
Whether he gets more of a look in is hard to really say, but anything can happen, I suppose.
Really depends on who comes back into the side, I guess.
Yeah.
I'd say Dowling probably did his chances better than probably like a Sid Draper did in terms of keeping his spot. So.
Yeah, I think it's pretty obvious that Sid is really not a ready-made product as yet. I think with another preseason and another gym, session in that preseason time, he'll come good. But
yeah, I don't think it's alarm bells. It's just it's probably just not his time yet. And you could sort of see just the speed of the game and the quick decisions he had to make. It was a struggle for him to get that right.
I mean, he's up against a pretty hardcore midfield. Like their midfield's not shit.
No,
like, they're
100%.
good.
Their midfield is pretty much, people talk about their one wood. Their midfield is their whole goddamn golf set.
Yeah.
So they really haven't invested in any other part of the ground properly. They've just kept on picking high draft pick midfielders.
Yeah, and they did manage to get on the scoreboard even without Nick Larkey. Thought Bond probably had his worst game for us yet against Paul Curtis.
Yeah.
But, I've seen a few comments flying around that Paul Curtis isn't that traditional small forward that Bond really keeps quiet, so he definitely had a bit to deal with there.
And he's been in pretty good form, Curtis, as
That's
well.
right,
So and with Larkey out, Curtis is probably one of their main targets. So it's probably a lot more main target pressure that Bond would. It's not the sort of defender he'd have to perform as. So.
Yeah, that's
definitely.
Your thoughts, Kate?
Yeah, I agree with all of that. I was out, so I watched it when I got home at night, and it wasn't the best wind down to go to bed. Actually, I was like, I think we've won this, as far as I could sort of tell. But I didn't get as worried as I did maybe during the West Coast game. I really didn't get to a point where I was like, wait, are we actually going to lose this? I did feel like we had it, just how well. I think. It was good, I thought, to see that after the week we'd had media-wise, we'd come out no less kind of switched on than we did for the West Coast game and stuff like that. I was sort of worried we might come out and just have the socks blown off us to start with, and that didn't happen. So, I was glad to see we were switched on to do enough, and not not kind of have that hadn't had as big an impact as it could have. So that was a good thing, I thought. And, I think it showed a bit of learning from that West Coast game as well, where they caught us on the hop. Like, I didn't ever feel like that was happening. But, it was a game we had to win. We had to try get through unscathed and unreported, which we just managed.
Barely.
And,
very
by the
very
skin of
close.
to sort of set us up for finals.
The only real frustrating period I found was in that last quarter where we got out to a 30-odd point lead and then just a series of bizarre umpiring scenarios.
It really was unusual, wasn't it?
And it led to about three goals in a row of just weird calls.
Yeah.
Funnily enough, commentary was like, oh, geez, North are doing what a fantastic job. Not a mention of some terrible free kicks.
No.
It's just that North had really gotten back into the game. And it's like, I feel like this is inconsistent to how you looked at previous games.
They
So-
were questionable calls there for that little bit as well.
the mark that was stolen from someone's arm.
That was Paul Curtis's. Was that the Paul Curtis one?
No, it was the other guy, the other new guy for them.
Against Curtin. And
Curtin had it and then he stole it from under his arm and it's like, yep, that's my mark. And it's like, ridiculous.
Yeah.
Silly.
Yeah, very much. It's not a surprise the commentators acted like that, though. I mean, in general, but also, tuning in like the first 5 minutes.
Dicko.
Dicko saying he's going for North. It's like, you're on the commentary team, mate. Why are you picking someone to barrack for?
Not just going for North. He's like, just been at the Port game where they've got the boil over, and I'm hoping I can see that here. I want North to win and I want them to bruise a whole bunch of Crows players. That'd be a win for me.
Within the first 30 seconds, they were talking about the Port game on our coverage, and I was like, are you for real?
That we get beaten
up. Yeah.
Honestly, the Port game was the more interesting game.
Oh,
if
for
you want
sure.
to be fair.
Yeah, no doubt. But it's like, that's over. This is a whole nother day and a whole other game.
I think for them it was just boring because they knew exactly how it was going to play out.
Yeah.
There was going to be no upset win there by North. Like, it just wasn't going to happen.
But it was
they're
just the blatant cheering for against the Crows, basically.
But this is what it's like being up the top, Ben.
Yeah,
People embrace the hate, as we like to say.
True. It's true.
I would rather be hated than being on the bottom and people feeling sorry for us, honestly.
Yeah. And like you said, we're top, but we're still kind of not the runner. Like we're still the underdog slightly in some ways.
Well,
and this is part of why.
Every media pundit, and by every I mean like, Kingy and Corns and all those gronks, like, they still they still think we're below Brisbane and Geelong.
Yeah.
So, I like coming into this as underdogs.
100%.
I'm actually like, I think I've said it before on the podcast. Like, I'm not too fussed if we don't make the grand final.
Ditto.
In fact, I'm just happy with how far we've come. If we can win a final, that is really ideal scenario for me. Look, if we can get to the grand final, that's fucking amazing.
Yes.
But I'm not going to be like as devastated as I was in 2017.
No.
You know what I mean? Like,
yes.
Well, it won't feel like a wasted year.
It won't feel like
Not at all.
We're in a surprising position. I guess it's
Yeah.
just now that we're in that position, it'd be nice to make the most of it.
That's
Absolutely.
right. I mean, and there's no reason why we can't. But yeah, there's still a long way to go yet.
Yes.
Hello, Jamar, the Pickleball King.
Ooh.
Lions supporter in the house.
Watcher and subscriber. Hey, Jamar, welcome.
Nice to see you in the chat, mate. Keep
Yeah.
up with us.
Yep. I imagine a big fan of insufficient intent with a handball.
Oh, that was terrible. That was a really bad call.
Well, it was
man.
a long way from his
It was a really
teammates.
terrible handball. He it almost like he deserved it because it was such a shit handball.
Yeah.
Again, though, they've made it as if that's what's lost them the game.
Yeah, I know.
They
lost it in the centre clearance.
They lost by more than that kick. So, yeah.
That's it. No, I thought the Lions played really well last night, especially in
Yeah.
that last 5 minutes.
Except
Yeah.
for their goal kicking.
Yeah, except for that. And, if they'd managed to kick a few more. Hawks, sorry, mate. Anyway, shall we do some votes?
Yeah.
Do we have a button for that? No, we don't.
Stats?
Oh, we don't. We should, shouldn't we?
Oh, give us some
Any
stats,
stats?
Ben. Sorry.
Yes.
No worries. All right. So I think overall, like we came into the game, they were talking about how our transition from back to front half was worst in the comp and
Yeah.
for some of the top teams. I think overall that looked better, and what we did was we punished turnovers a lot more successfully this week. So of our goals, 12 of them came from turnover this week. So really beat them in that way, and it sort of made up for our deficiencies in the stoppages and whatnot because we kind of got belted in the stoppages. So clearance-wise, we lost 48-27. Even contested possession, we lost 142 to 113. So we were well down on our average, and North were a fair bit up on what they'd normally get. So that real hard at the coalface side of things, we didn't look very good, but I guess we were able to get the ball back and then punish them when we did. So
Is that, again, us just like trying not to get injured? Like maybe not going in as hard for the ball as we normally would? Or
possibly.
I know
And
Cherry really did kind of battle, like the Cherry Rob battle was pretty good, I thought.
yeah, and I guess their strength is that side of the game, like the stoppages and all that sort of gear, whereas our strength is that transition or the smooth ball from turnover. So, it was interesting. You certainly wouldn't want to lose clearances by that much every week, and we don't normally lose contested possession that much. I
Yeah.
think one thing we lost for the first time in ages was contested marking. We lost that, whereas normally that's been one of our real strengths. We're like top in the comp for contested marks, so that was down a bit. We did have more marks inside 50 though, 13-9, so it sort of showed we had the connection once we got it moving. It's just that real contested side of the game we were quite down, and coming into a final you can't play that way either. You need to really bring the contested stuff to then get the ball going your way, because it's not always going to be a pretty game.
No, and that'll be the next test, right? And why, again, I think we've won, but we've not won beautifully for a few weeks, and it'll, there's still plenty of improvement to be had, whether it's, able to do that in the context of our first finals for a long time, or whether that's something we can work on next year and, kind of push ourselves to another level. I think that it's good. There's still areas to grow, but we've been winning. So, it's going to be an interesting month.
Anything else there, Ben, or is that
That's most of it, yep.
All right, let's get on to some votes. I've got some votes from the chat. Nuz, 3 votes, Riley Thilthorpe. Benjamin Keys, 2 votes. Samuel Berry, 1 vote. And a shout out to Jordan Dawson.
Yeah.
Dan, 3 votes Riley Thilthorpe, 2 votes James Peatling, 1 vote Ben Keys.
Yep.
Sam, 3 votes Riley Thilthorpe, 2 votes Benjamin Keys, and 1 vote Jimmy Buckets Peatling.
Yep. I love the Brownlow type of reading out of votes there.
Kate, who do you have?
Yeah, I had 3 for Filthy, obviously. And I just feel like every week he's becoming more and more like the heart and soul of our team. And so, I just, he just hits in the right moments. And yeah, I love him. I'm so glad he plays for us. I actually gave 2 to Bez. I just was really impressed with Bez and his pressure.
Yep.
And, I would say one of his best games for the year. So, really appreciated his efforts. And, I gave 1 to Peatling as well. He obviously kicked 3 goals. There was that one at that crucial time, I think, after there'd been no goals for a bit, and he kind of broke through that. So, that was again, really awesome. But, shout out to Dawson and Keezy as well.
Yep. Ben?
Yep. If you got 3 goals, you got my vote. So I went with Thilthorpe, Peatling and Keys. So
excellent.
Sam's going to love that.
I thought that
all very valid.
All 3, as well as the goals, contributed in other ways. So,
definitely. Yeah. Well, I've pretty much got the same, except I gave the 3 to Peatling this week.
Yeah.
I just thought, he was decent around the stoppage, and when he went forward, he was really confident in his set shots, which it was pretty funny in the Adelaide FC Discord chat. A few people they didn't think he was that reliable, and hang on a minute, no, he's all right. We've got a good one here, and I gave 2 to Riley Thilthorpe for all of the reasons you've already mentioned, and I also gave 1 to Sam Berry. Thought his impact was pretty crucial, especially around the middle, and when he gets his run on, I just love the way Bez just kind of aggressively gets his run on, and it's exciting to watch. So enjoyed that a lot.
Absolutely. Awesome.
Hi, I'm Tyson Edwards.
You're such a quiet achiever.
All right, Kate, who's your quiet achiever this week?
I gave it to Fog. Again, I feel like, Fog, again, I just noticed his impact when it was there, and he's not playing, kind of lead, fiddle up forward, but just his work up the ground and his pressure and delivery into forward at times. Yeah, I just really appreciate the role he's playing at the moment. So, mine's for Fog.
Ben?
And I'm prefacing this I'm not going with the 4th vote, but I still did go with who you gave votes to, which was Berry, but he was back to a team high tackles, which is what he did when he came into the team.
Yeah.
And he just did a lot of that tougher sort of stuff in the midfield.
Yes.
And he didn't kick 3 goals like the other guys.
Unfortunately, no. Sounds like a 4th vote to me, Ben.
No, I disagree.
I gave it to Billy Dowling this week.
Yeah.
Just I thought if anyone was quietly achieving, it was Billy. And Nuz also gave it to Billy this week. Dan, quiet achiever was Joshua Worrell, who has just signed a mammoth extension with the Crows. 6 more years, taking him all the way to 2033. We've got the best years of Josh Worrell ahead of us, which is so amazing and really great news.
That felt really unexpected. It wasn't really in the media about on the verge of a big
I feel people are paying attention to him, but they're not. I think they're still not paying enough attention to him, and maybe we took advantage of that.
And it's kind of nice to have a announcement like that is just from a club, as opposed to having to go through a journo who gets the scoop before it comes out officially.
Absolutely.
That is a really good point, Ben, because it feels like we haven't really had that for quite a few weeks at least.
No part of the AFL has any of that.
No.
Everything all has to come through your journo before.
Especially after the last week and a little bit, hey?
Yeah, and managers, dropping rumours to push up value and things. None of that bullshit was going on, just a solid dude who wants to play for a solid team and
loves the club, loves the city.
club, loves the city. Amazing.
Maybe there was a little bit of interest from other clubs digging around and he let the club know. And
Yeah.
he was just like, sign me up, fellas, because
Yep.
I don't want to go anywhere.
I'll be all Australian in a few weeks.
Exactly.
So get in there.
And Sam's quiet achiever this week was Wayne Miller Jr.
Oh, yeah. Yep. All very valid. Yeah. It's just so nice to be struggling to pick votes because there's just so many good players who are doing amazing things in crucial moments.
It's really good.
Yeah,
It's good to
and I
have a
think that-
well-rounded team.
Yeah.
It's what was nice about having the game, finally having a game after the week that was last week, that the club is the whole team, not just one player.
Yeah,
and
that's right.
We've still got hope in this season, and we've got a whole bunch of players still playing for their season. So
Yeah.
Hasn't affected their belief at all. Like,
no,
and nor should it, but it could have. Yeah. So good to see.
Excellent.
Yay.
Well, shall we move on to the ladies?
Yay, the girls.
That is the mark of the year. I'll say now, no one will beat that.
All right. The Crows gals, they played Geelong this week, and I don't have the thing up because I'm like disorganised. But we ended up winning. We kicked like one goal in the first quarter. Next minute, we are absolutely smashing Geelong and kept them goalless for I think the entire rest of the game.
Yeah.
Let's see. Crows, 10 goals, 565 to 3 goals, 927.
Yep.
We won by 38 points.
Awesome.
Yeah, it looked a bit dire there for a minute.
almost the first 3 quarters looked a bit grim. It's like, we're not actually going to go very far this season, and then all of a sudden they made it look like yesteryear.
Clicked, didn't it? Yeah.
It really, I don't know what the messaging was from Doc there, but it was almost just like, hey guys, we're at our home. We're playing a home ground. Your friends are here. We're celebrating Chelsea Randall's 75th game. Let's kick it up a notch. And God, they did. They really did.
Well, we had speed on the ball and we had space in our forward 50, which is not something that was happening at all.
No.
And all last week.
Yeah. I hadn't watched the last week's game, unfortunately. By the time I was going to get around to it, I heard what it was like and I just didn't watch it. Sorry, girls. But watching it this week, I was like, oh my God, I'm seeing what people are talking about for the first few quarters, because I was just like, how do all these players it felt like they'd forgotten how to play together, forgotten all their skills. It felt like more than the usual slump at the start of a women's season because it's so long between. Often they start behind where they were and then they kind of all push ahead from there. It felt worse than that. But then, it just all clicked back in and the penny just dropped, and it was so good to see because that is all still there.
Yeah, I didn't get to watch a lot of the game. I tried to watch as much as I could, which was mainly the first. Well, actually, no, I watched quite a bit of it. But I think in the first half, it just looked like Geelong's structure was so well placed and we were just kind of running around like headless chooks. Didn't seem like we had any kind of structure or plan.
Yeah.
But then once we kind of got our rhythm, our structure held up and we were chipping the ball around a little bit more and maintaining possession and looking properly, lowering the eyes, looking at those forward 50 entries. And, by the last quarter, it was almost like, hey, we remember how to do this.
Yes.
Let's just get on with it.
Absolutely.
Noffy, again, at her best with 31 disposals and 10 tackles.
Yeah, and I liked that, the message from, I think the commentators were saying it, 3/4 time, that Doc had really put it on the senior players to shut down their senior players who were having such a good game, and not Noffy was one of them. And they just went to town. It was awesome to see them really respond to that. Yeah. Yep.
And, Chelsea Randall, of course, it was her 75th game, milestone for her, and she absolutely tore it up in that last quarter. It was almost just like get the ball to Randall.
Yeah.
And, paid off.
Well, in the past, she's looked like someone who should be a great forward for us, but has never been able to really finish. She's missed a lot of shots you'd think she'd kick for someone so talented, but she had her boots on.
She sure
this
did.
Week, so,
Yep. And it, unlike what we were saying about the men's, where, ranking out doesn't equal, no Crows. It felt like not that, but just the level that having Chelsea in the team adds is still huge. It's
Well, it's
bigger
been
than
so many years that when she's been out of the team, we've been a much lesser team.
she is still that kind of player. It's
That's
amazing. Yeah.
Another great game from cousin Maddie Newman. And I
Yes.
thought Danielle Ponta was an absolute standout this game. She was just really rough and tough and aggressive. She had 8 tackles and
Couple of
kicked a
goals
couple of goals as well. Caitlin Gould, again, really great aerially. Little Mermaid like. And Indy Rashid, also, again, another decent game from her.
She showed some moments where, like, stood up in a tackle, got a handball away, sort of showed a real composure and skill.
Composed, yeah, that's exactly what I would say, Ben. And, that's exciting because how much better is she going to get? Just not,
I mean, at the end of the year, last year, when we had our inclusions with our draft and who we signed up, it felt like that really helped to fill some of the gaps that we had that we were lacking last year, like a penetrating goal scorer, like skillful forward in Rashid. We got the other smaller forward who unfortunately did her ACL.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, was that Georgia McKee?
But even Hannah Ewing at her best could have really felt like that was going to be really helpful if she can find some form. But so hopefully as the season goes on, we click a bit more because the first 1 3/4 of our games have been concerning.
Yes, a little bit.
Yes.
But let's hope we can bring it back against GWS, who are a team we've always played really well against. So I unfortunately won't be able to watch it because they've decided to play that right in the middle of my birthday lunch.
Yes.
So thanks for that, gals. I'm going to have to try and find a screen so me and we can watch it at the pub. All right, well, let's do some votes. Kate, who you got?
Well, I gave 3 to Chelsea. She was the difference. And I'll be so upset when that woman can't play footy anymore, but we're not there yet. I'm very happy. She's so amazing. Love you, Chelsea. I went 2 for EJ actually. I just thought when we made our run at the end, she was really crucial to that, and she was putting in a big effort all day, just wasn't sort of paying off. So, she was involved in a lot of the scoring opportunities from memory. So, really glad to have her back from injury and getting into form too. And then I went with Gouldy, having Alan out as well. I just think, we had to kind of cover a lot of areas and, having her being able to step in ruck and free up other tools was good, I thought. So, she's great.
Excellent. Dan has got 3 for Chelsea Randall, 2 for Ebony Marinoff, and 1 for Eloise Jones. My votes, 3 for Danielle Ponta. I just thought she had really big impact and, was actually hitting targets and really, really impressive when she was kind of playing that high half forward role, which was interesting. I gave 2 to Ebony Marinoff because you really can't go past her grit in the guts because without her we wouldn't have gotten a lot of those balls out to actually get to our forward 50.
Definitely.
And I gave 1 to Chelsea Randall, who just, another Chelsea masterclass, just a tough as guts player. Love her so much.
Absolutely.
Ben.
Copied Dan. I went with Randall, Marinoff and EJ.
Yes, sorry, I was about to, but then I paused. Yes, Digger's in the chat. Hi, Digger. And he mentioned that there was a strong representation of the men's team in the crowd at the women's game, including, it was Dawson, Filthy, Rochelle, quite a few others. And that was really good to see. I mean, that would be really good to see anyway, but I particularly felt that was meaningful and really great sign of support after the week that the club had been through as well, and I know that I think when Nixie was being interviewed before the men's game too, they were saying, talking about Rankin, and Nixie was saying, yes, we're making sure there's support around him, but we're also checking in on other people in our club and other people who, might have been affected in that way. And so just to see the boys rocking up and being there with a strong sign of support at the girls' game, I thought was just really awesome.
Yeah, and quite a few of them too.
Yeah, there was
all the
a lot
young
of
lads, plus Dawson, Rob, Hinge were there.
Rob, Hinge,
Yeah, Curtin was there. Joshua Shelley, Nank. Did I say Curtin already? They're all there.
Yeah.
Very good.
Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah, love it.
Right, let's soldier on.
Soldier on, soldier on, soldier on.
All right, for my soldiers on this evening, I've got Eloise Jones. It really is a fourth vote for me. Dan has got Jess Allen as his soldiers on, and that's funny because Sarah didn't play, so we've got Jess Allen soldiers on, who is actually a soldier.
I also had Jess Allen for the Sarah Allen soldiers on.
Maybe we need to change
I
it.
think it would have been funnier if he'd voted for Sarah Allen.
Ben, who have you got?
I went with Ponta, just as you mentioned before, the 8 tackles and just really hard at it.
Yep.
So not just all about goals, but all the rough stuff too.
Exactly. All right, fantastic. Well, let's see what's in this spring, I guess.
Yeah.
If you want to know what's in the spring, get into Rowan Jarman.
Got any goods, Kate? Anything good happening?
Not overly. I mean, apart from the football, and I think that is a good. We've got 3 teams in final playing at the moment.
We should probably mention that the Sanford
Sanford
boys beat Sturt on
they
the
were
weekend.
they're like almost undefeated except for
So
that
close.
game.
Oh,
yeah.
God, love how the Crows upset the Sanford people.
I'm sure they will be hating that. I'm a Sturt supporter, just so you know. But yeah, I think it's great, to have so much, positive sort of, Crows footy to get involved with if you want.
3 from 3. And I think it's a big thing that our reserves would win because a few of their players that they would have been doing well for them are now playing in the senior side. So it's showing our depth is quite deep. So,
Yep.
Absolutely. Yeah. Aside from that,
Yeah, I don't really have much.
been a bit of a standard week.
Very small from me. Driving through, I've got the old...
Is this a good?
Yeah.
Okay, just checking.
Significant commute every morning.
Yeah.
Coming up into Clarendon, the entire street's just full of blossom both sides.
Oh, cool.
Spring's on its way.
Ah, yes.
And just, really impressive.
Yeah.
You should get yourself down to Clarendon the next day or so before the rain just washes
Almost like,
every single
yeah,
blossom
I
almost
would
away.
like
do that.
the cherry blossom season in Japan, is it, Ben? You're experiencing that down there?
In Strath, I'm experiencing the nectarine blossom.
Oh,
It's
fantastic.
the first thing that sort of come through, an ornamental plum starting to come into flower. So things are
ornamental
picking
plum.
up.
It's getting more
my God.
ornamentally.
How long ago did we talk about you getting the ornamental plum?
No, so you're thinking of the ornamental pear.
Oh, sorry.
How could you, Lauren? How could you
When's
confuse
that going to
those
start
things?
blooming?
Its buds are about to burst.
Oh,
so
there we go.
they're on their way. So
What's more
yep.
ornamental out of the two?
I think the pear
why?
beats the plum. It's a better shape. It's the leaf colour and form is more impressive. The ornamental plum is technically the neighbours that was a seedling that it must have been a bird dropped a seed, and over time it's just grown into a full tree.
It wasn't chosen. It just
It
arrived there.
decided that it would, and it
It's made for Ben.
It chose you.
It really is having a ding dong fight with our fence as opposed as who will stay standing.
Right.
So, yeah.
Okay.
Well, we could have pressed the Ben's backyard.
Yeah, we
button
really
there,
could have, yes. I've got another good.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's a special day coming up for Lauren.
Yeah.
Your birthday coming up.
Yeah, I'm old. I'm officially
mate.
old this week.
Yeah.
That's it. No, I still feel.
Turning 40 is a bit of a bitch.
Yeah, I still feel pretty young though. Like,
Yeah.
health wise, I don't feel young. I really got to sort that out. But I'm just a lazy bitch.
Oh.
But no, like feel good. It's
Good.
good. Yeah, I got some nice flowers from the girls at work
Oh,
today, so that was
lovely.
nice. Yeah.
Celebration's already starting. That's
Yeah, the
good.
party will be starting. And yeah, what a
Lovely.
great year to have some Crows finals.
Yes, I know.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
I mean, I was what, 13 when we last I wasn't 13 in 2017, but like I don't really count
when we
that.
last won one.
When we last
yeah,
won one, I was
the same.
13, so
Yeah.
it's been a long wait. Mm-hmm. I'm glad to have be able to remember that time though.
True.
Because a lot of people weren't actually born then.
100%,
They didn't
including
experience
most
that.
of the players.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
dear.
very good.
All right. Well, if there's nothing else.
Footwear sacrificed at half price and equipment slashed to half price. Rowan Jarman's huge half price sale. Don't miss it.
All right. Give us some bads, Ben.
Well, one of them's already been used, which was the old Dixon pre-game chat. Where
Not the
blatantly
not the
cheering for the
greatest. Come on,
opposition.
guys.
Shocking.
There was the ongoing stuff with pictures and stuff with Rankin leaving the country and how that's still massive news. But I think we could just move on.
I think like with that, and I know we talked about it before, like
I know.
we're going to try to avoid these subjects. We did talk about it a lot last
Well,
week.
maybe I typed this before we said that
Yeah,
and then I
maybe.
forgot about it.
That's
so.
all right.
It's fine.
I just think like at this point, it's like just leave the dude alone. Like I'm sure he's remorseful.
No doubt.
Like I think people don't really understand what the footy bubble is like in Adelaide, like because there's been a lot of commentary about like how he should stay and face the music and yada yada, but it's almost like the guy can't leave his house. You know what I mean? Like if he was actually going to Westlakes and going to training, that would be just too much
Madness.
Like it's not a case of he's like not he's not gonna front her up. Like I'm sure when he gets back, he will front up. Like I've got no doubt. They made Tex do it. Why wouldn't they make Isaac do it? But it's just like it is so full on. I actually do feel bad for him. I don't feel as bad for him as I feel for the queer community, obviously.
Yeah.
But there is like there's like a grief and a shame that comes with making a huge mistake that is like socially unacceptable and is made in the public eye.
Yeah.
Where, he has to reckon with that personally, with his own family, with his friends, with the teammates. He's let himself down. He's let the club down, as we spoke about last week.
Yeah.
But then that public pylon, like on top of that, is just so intense.
Yeah.
Like it's so intense. No one will ever understand that. As much as they think they can, you will never really truly understand what that's like.
Absolutely not.
So
And he's been sufficiently punished. The punishment is significant to someone who's never played finals is not going to play finals this year.
Yeah.
So I think the pylon can stop. Just because you don't like a football team doesn't mean you have to keep just attacking and attacking.
that's right.
And I think it's fair to have ongoing conversations maybe about, the AFL as a whole and the culture and the way the AFL deals with these things. And, it's fair to kind of continue that kind of conversation. Not that, we talk about that in a bunch of ways. It doesn't get us very far. But, in terms of the microscope on Rankin, I think it's, let him, he's going to continue to live with this. So it will, it's worth it for the players as well as anyone else to kind
we
of
don't really need that.
Need to put it to bed now.
It is a big distraction for the rest of the club
time.
too. So we just need it's not like he's going on holiday where he's going to be like laying on a beach and drinking cocktails and stuff. Like he's probably going to be holed up in a hotel room, and maybe doing some training. And he's only going for a week and he'll come back. So I think it's a bit rich to be like, oh well, he gets a jet off on a jet to holiday or whatever. Like
I don't blame him for getting out of here.
And I think it's pretty kind of creepy, like taking photos of him on the plane and sending them to Channel 7 News. Like, that's a bit yuck.
Yeah.
The other thing is like this whole thing has just amplified it's a big hornet's nest of kind of grossness. And by reporting his every single move, we're not actually allowing the space for like the queer community to say their piece. Like there's been a lot of really great articles written by like Marnie Vinyl and other sports writers. Kate McCarthy's had a bit to say about it. Those people need to have the space to like say what they think because it is very important to hear.
Yes.
So why are we clouding all of that with like, what's Rankin doing now? What's he doing now? Like, I think we just need to like, give it a rest.
It's a good point. It's the media, kind of juggernaut just trying to generate more headlines and more clicks and, not and doing it in a really sanctimonious way where it's like like you say, I would much rather have there be that as a society for us to focus on that and have the best informed people to kind of reflect on it and like everyone can take something from it. I'm sure no matter where you're at you can always learn more and rather than it continuing to just be a focus on one person.
Yeah.
So
We've
I
got a
agree with
really
that.
pleasant Port supporter in the chat.
Oh, good.
Saying that he's a homophobic dog. Thank God, he's suspended. Yeah, don't forget Finlayson, mate, who's just been delisted. So, yeah, good on you. Piss off.
There you go. So,
Yeah.
I think the other part of the whole palaver last week, and it was similar to what we were saying about Worrell announcement going unnoticed, is how everything was coming out through the media. Nothing was coming from the AFL again. Everything's getting leaked. It's just such an unprofessional way to run a process. It's just ridiculous.
Also, like
Eddie Maguire breaking the news, and
well,
it's
that was terrible.
Which was still not quite
layer
correct.
upon layer.
Also, why is the AFL talking about compelling medical evidence? Like the fact that you've said that, now everyone just wants to know what it is. And, you know, you can't say people are like can pull out he's playing the mental health card. Well, maybe he is, but you actually don't know what mental health. You don't know if it's like the mental health of him not playing the finals. Like obviously that's going to affect his mental health, but could you consider that maybe he has other mental health issues that could have happened before this, and that's it could be part of the reason, but we will never know.
Yeah.
So why even say
Nor
that?
should we? Yeah,
it's just
that's
like
right.
the speculating is just shit.
Yeah.
So anyway.
Yeah, I agree. And, you know, it's just it takes a really shit situation and then the AFL just fumble it around and make it worse.
Yeah.
And the media can just continue to go to town on it. So, yeah, lots of work to be done in lots of areas, including those.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
Any other bads? I mean, that's all pretty bad.
That's so bad. Yeah, it's brought the mood down again.
Might just be a me thing, but I just don't see why we'd need a Thursday night final.
No, I hate it.
Yeah.
I hate it because I've got to work dinner that night. Now I have to leave early. No, it's so annoying.
Yeah,
Also,
well,
how much tickets going to cost?
Don't know yet.
Yep. Yeah, I didn't factor. I mean, it's fine for me, but I hadn't factored it in my brain at all. I think until maybe you guys mentioned it last week or someone did and was like, I hope it's not the Thursday night. I'm like, I didn't even think about that. Yeah. When there's only 4 games,
Yeah, there's 4 games, so I don't know. It might be that they're just trying to avoid. I think I was saying before, Father's Day game, but so no games on Sunday. But surely it's not that hard to have a Friday night, Saturday Arvo, Saturday night, and then a Sunday Arvo game or twilight Sunday game. But
well, would you prefer the Sunday twilight or the Thursday night, Ben? Which one?
I think one of the crappy teams at the bottom of the 8 can play the Sunday twilight. That's fine.
we know that's not what would happen.
Definitely would have preferred Friday night.
Freo, whoever they play, or GWS, whoever they play, could play a Sunday twilight game.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
Oh, well.
Yes.
At least we're there.
We are.
Hey, at least we're
We
there.
are there.
Unlike some teams.
That's,
been a
I have a
while.
Crows question.
Yeah.
Is there like a stinger for the...
Yes.
Yeah, that you can find? Is that an easy thing? Because that leads me into it really well.
Oh, no,
That's not it. It's a question, though.
Excuse me. I'd like to ask you a few questions.
My question for you guys is, what is an unacceptable outcome from here for the Crows season in your eyes?
Straight sets would be pretty bad.
Yep.
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 I don't think we'd want to get to first and then go out in 2 with 2 home finals.
Yeah. Is that unacceptable?
I think so.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think at this
Fair.
point, to get to top, you don't want to then lose your 2 finals,
Yeah.
which sort of goes a long way to undermining the
Progress.
showing that you're a team that's really up there to contend.
Yep.
So
Yep. Yeah.
that's at the start of the year, I would have taken just the 8.
Absolutely. Scraping in.
But now that we've historic rise, I'd want to do some damage in the final.
Yep. Yep.
So
I like
if we
that.
do lose this Collingwood game, who will we play next? The loser
I'm not sure
of-
which side of the draw we're on compared to. I'm guessing. Guessing it would be 6th and 7th, which would be GWS and, or is it Freo? GWS and either Hawthorn or Gold Coast.
Do we still not know
Yeah, we
because
don't
of this
know.
stupid
Yes.
We don't know
game?
the absolute bottom of the ladder because Gold Coast need to one
Technically
win,
could- yeah.
and it depends on how much they win by as to whether they'd be 7th or 8th,
Vardy reckons it's GWS Hawks.
depending on the margin.
Depending on the, yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nuz is in the chat. Hi, Nuz. And he said prelim is the minimum for him. Yep. What about you, Lauren?
Yeah. I don't know. Like, it's hard. I don't know. Like I said, like I'm pretty happy that we've come to this point.
Yeah.
So, like, I would really like them to win this first one, but I can see that that's going to be a tough ask. Yeah, look, I would like to make the prelim. That would definitely be ideal. I don't care if we lose the prelim. Like, I mean, I want it to happen. Obviously, I want us to win. But if we didn't, I wouldn't be that.
No, it's not going to be something.
I wouldn't be that devo, but I'd be pretty proud of them to get that far.
So I don't know how many players are coming back into the Collingwood side, but they're really not running full cylinders at the moment themselves. So they only barely beat Melbourne. Jeremy Howe, I saw, did he get another groin injury? Is he out again for a period of time? Yeah.
For I think 3 weeks. See, this is the thing, like, why is everyone pumping the Pies up after beating Melbourne, which they barely did? And because they only lost by us to us by 3 points, but then they almost get done by Melbourne. Like,
I'm gonna go out on a limb and say because it's Collingwood.
Yeah, that fucking pisses me off.
It never changes,
like,
does it?
Who gives a shit?
Yeah.
I fucking hate Collingwood. I don't even know who my most hated team is right now.
They had that period where Craig McRae was really in his honeymoon period where everyone's like, I normally hate Collingwood, but this side and the way that Craig McRae talks, blah, blah, blah. Now that they're having some tough times, it's coming out that they're not such a lovely team, and we just need to belt them. They've almost got up close to the top of the list of teams I really want us to belt.
Yep.
Yeah, that's
I agree.
fair old list. Hawthorn's in that list. So,
Yeah, I think my unacceptable outcome is if we lose a game because of shit umpiring. I won't be able to live with that.
And we won't be allowed to use an excuse because we got such a dream run against Collingwood.
Yes, that's right. Yes, exactly. I do. I think one win in the finals, whether it be it this week or the next week, which either way gets us through to a prelim, would be huge. But I don't think I'm going to be too upset after the fact. Eventually, I will be upset for a bit, but I do. I hope that if we do our best and put it all out there and don't quite make it, that I'm like. I can live with that.
Yeah, I just don't think there's any other team in finals that we shouldn't be able to beat. So
I don't think we should be scared of anyone.
No.
No.
We've got the capability to beat anyone. Whether that happens, like we're going to have to play a lot better than we currently are. But if we're playing at our best, we've got a real good show. A team like Geelong's full of confidence, but maybe their tyres are a bit too pumped up with not having to play anyone decent for a long time.
Yeah, I don't hear Sam McClure coming out and asking who have they convincingly beat, away from home or anything like he did with us a few weeks back. So, I'm just noticing in the chat how,
we've got rival fans in the chat who are like,
the Crows are not shit anymore, and there's one controversy of which we seem to be, the centre of many, and
there's also these
the trolls have trickled down to us.
There's all these fake, what are they? Queer community supporters. They probably couldn't give a rat's ass otherwise.
Of course.
So good to see you're lurking in a
Crows. They might be the same ones that reportedly are sending rank and death threats.
Yeah,
perhaps.
I can't even imagine being so lame as to go lurk on another team's podcast and lurk in their chat because
we've got nothing to do with the actual.
Are you that bored? Fucking hell.
There you go.
Oh, man, we barely have time to do the actual podcast.
It's like a new level of keyboard warrior, isn't it?
Sounds like
crazy.
A good night for me to never read the comments. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally. Yeah. Oh, I'm just laughing at it. Just it's
Oh, it's pretty funny. All right. Well, I guess should we talk about this Collingwood game?
Preview the game.
Preview the game.
It has worked out.
Especially for the Collingwood fan in the chat right now, whose name is LOL. Couldn't think of anything more interesting.
LOL.
LOL.
Yeah, LOL. Let's hear your thoughts more. Well, for starters, it's Tex's 300th, which I'm sure the trolls will love to start talking about Tex as well.
It's the racist 300th game, guys. Get amped.
Yeah, well done to Tex. That's it. I mean, assuming he gets picked, I guess. But I would say so.
But it's 300 games with a year out due to an ACL.
I know, yes.
That's an impressive effort, that longevity. So
absolutely. And we've got...
so many years ago it looked like he was done. So,
did.
and he's just kept pumping out year after year.
Yeah, we've got some Burgess and co to thank for that, for sure.
For sure. And, you know, despite his unfortunate indiscretions, shall we say, like he is a legend of the club and the people, they love him. So
absolutely.
Congratulations to Tex Walker.
And Vardy said it's Neil's 200th as well, he thinks.
Neil's 200th,
yeah,
yes.
Congratulations.
I think there's another milestone in there too, but I can't remember what it was. But yeah, no, I don't remember. It'll come to me. Someone will say it in the chat. But yes, Neil's 200th game, which is pretty massive as well.
Yeah, awesome. Yeah. And I think the other thing, I don't know, maybe I'm taking over your segment here, Ben, or your next bit, but I did notice, one stat that I have brought to the party.
I doubt it, because I reckon my preparation has been exhausted so far. So whatever you bring is going to be good.
I Googled this out of interest, and if we win this week, it's going to equal our longest winning streak in a row, which is 10. So we've won 9 in a row.
Yep.
So this will be our 10th, which would be awesome. So, yeah. Yeah, that was it. That was all
Which
I
a lot of people say, you know, you have to have a loss, otherwise, you know, you can't do it. But, you know, no one's ever gone 15th to 1st, so why not just keep winning?
I feel like some of our wins have been, you know,
like losses.
Yeah, exactly. Like our coaches literally said it. They felt that way.
Yeah, the old West Coast one
maybe
was,
we didn't need a loss wake-up call. We had enough of one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ben?
Lauren?
You got anything else there?
No.
Oh.
So,
sorry, I'm just still laughing at the chat.
I know.
We're still copping
Lol's
some grief.
making me lol. Lol is commenting about Louis Walker he's not even a fan of his own father's club. Tells you a lot about the family environment at the Adelaide Crows.
What, that they accept that kids can make their own decisions instead of brainwashing them and forcing them into what the parents want. That sounds terrible, says the child psychologist.
It's so weird that a 5-year-old would love the best player in the AFL.
Yeah, that's right.
That's just bizarre.
Yeah, 100%.
Okay. Well, I didn't realise it was so hard hitting.
We're getting
proper
troll tonight.
We've never been this relevant.
I know, bring it on,
this
guys.
This time of the year, no one would have worried about going anywhere near us.
Our views are going to be the biggest ever. We're not the Crowject.
Exactly. Oh, gosh.
We have merch, herewecrow.com.au. Go buy some T-shirts.
Buy some beer, guys.
Our closing day sale, we keep forgetting to close down. So.
The shop's
it's like the rug shops, you know, it's closing down forever.
Designer direct.
We never know exactly when it's actually going to close down. I don't think it's in our hands, is it? Is it Sam who has to close it?
No, Sam will close it, but we're going to make a new one. Yeah,
so something will come back. But yes, the existing one, very limited edition. So who knows?
Exactly. Yeah. What else about
listen to the excuses already?
Really? Okay. Oh, Jesus. Okay.
Is this excuses for why we're going to win? Or
Excusing.
Oh, we're excusing.
I don't know what we're doing. I don't really get it. Clearly the person's not listening.
Yeah.
I'm so distracted by these trolls. You're doing the right. I think right thing here. I'm totally distracted.
You're filling in for Dan anyway.
I know, that's right. I'm not even supposed to be hosting tonight.
Oh dear. Yep. Anyway, we've got so many good comments from our actual listeners. I'm really glad we're playing the Pies up first, because if we had to meet them later with this sort of what's been happened between us, I think again it's just going to be good to get that out of the mix.
I think it's nice to have that quick turnaround to whatever happens in this next game is what we can then talk about, as opposed to focusing forever about what happened last time we met. So
clear that cache out, like we're done. Yeah. Yep. No, I think that'll be good. And I think it's another big mental test, because they've got some points to prove, Collingwood, having been, I don't know if Lol noticed, but they were top of the ladder for a long time and the July premiers, and then things have gone to plan since then. So it'll be, they have a lot to play for. There's obviously been a lot of talk about that game and some of the outcomes of it. So, yeah.
Well, they'll be keen to prove everybody wrong, like everyone said.
You'd think so.
Particularly any time Collingwood's form has dropped, everyone's suddenly gone, no, they're far too old.
Yeah.
Every time they're going well, it's like, how good are their experienced players? Just the reactive media or whatnot narrative. So they'll be pretty keen to get back to how good are the experienced players, not we're just an old team and this is our last chance.
Yeah.
So
Absolutely.
they're dangerous. They've still made it to top 4, even if their current form is looking pretty poor. It doesn't take much for a team to turn around form.
No.
It can happen pretty quick, and intent. A team as bad as West Coast can push us. So,
Yes.
and so if Collingwood can bring immense pressure against us, we're going to have to really step up to show something that we haven't for a little while. So,
Yeah.
it's not a given. I just think
Not
if we
at
can
all.
play as good as we possibly can, we should be able to manage the task. But there's a lot of variables that could go the wrong way.
They bring a lot more finals experience, obviously, than we have. And
We've got Neil Bullen. What are you talking about?
yeah, he adds a lot.
We've got Billy Dowling.
We've got
Hello.
Smith and Tex with really recent finals
Laird.
experience.
Yep.
Yeah, Laird.
I heard a rumor. I heard a rumor on Dan Does Footy podcast that the Collingwood Magpies are going to bring out the power stance.
Yes, I heard this
Excellent.
too.
Look, honestly, if they
Please.
do that, I think they should, because I think it's hot. And I mean, there was only like there's like 2 players that were in the team when we played 2017.
Exactly.
Which, and there'd probably be like at least 15 Collingwood players who were still playing in 2017. So they might as well.
Yes, exactly.
It's vintage now.
Yes, that's right. It's not really going to get into too many of our players' heads, is it? Like, if that's what the aim
Well,
is.
it won us 2 finals, just not the
It's
the
just not
important
the
one.
important one.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
true. Oh, dear.
Yeah, the Pies look dangerous, but they're not fun and dangerous, are they?
No, definitely not. Yeah, yep. No, it's going to be it's going to be a fascinating game, and
There's a lot
highly
of they're
stressful.
going to paint the nails comments in the chat.
Oh, okay. Sure.
I don't know if you guys remember, but the homophobe got suspended, so there's not going to be any like comments about fingernails. Like we did that.
I
so
think there might have been a few learnings from that last game.
Yeah.
and it might
Oh
not be
my
mentioned.
goodness.
not sure that we're going to even mention it.
Interesting. Yes. Do we have Bozza? Do we have selections?
Oh, I don't think Boz has sent any
No.
through.
It's a bit early, I guess.
because I'm terrible and didn't put anything on the thing. But let me have a look. No, he didn't send anything through. Was it? Well, to be fair, we're not playing until the week after next, so
Yeah, that's right. Might be a bit early
we'll
for
get some
Bozza.
selections on the Twitter.
Sounds
Yeah.
pretty optimistic for Michael Annie to get up.
Awesome.
And there's positivity around Rochelle, but I'm not sure if that's going to. Hopefully, if he does make it, he's fit and firing.
I've listened to Rob on 5AA this afternoon, and he said we should see him in the final series at some point, but I'm going to say he's not getting up for this Collingwood game. But Max looks like he will.
I've definitely got the sense that they feel the need to be a bit more on the cautious side with not rushing
Well,
Rash back.
if we can find a way to win that first game, it gives him an extra couple of weeks, obviously, because we get the break before the prelim. So
Yeah.
that would be ideal. Maybe that gives Dowling another game.
That'd be great.
And Michael Annie come in for, I'm not sure, maybe for Draper or
Bond.
something.
Who came in for Michael Annie? Was it Bond?
Well, Bond
Bond and
did.
Smith.
Because they're not
but-
exactly Bond and Smith. Because I was going to say they're not exactly 1 for 1.
No, but Michael Annie's pretty. He's starting to get a bit of flexibility, whether he becomes a forward and midfielder or plays that lockdown defender. We've got options.
We do. We like options. Yeah.
So who knows?
Yep. We'll find out. But yeah, what's everyone doing in the bye before that game? How are you spending your bye time?
Birthday.
Birthday celebrations and recovery.
Yep.
Lovely.
Ben, what are you doing in the backyard?
Well, we'll see. There's got to keep on top of weeds. I need the lawn is full of weeds. Everything's full of weeds, and I think we've got a week of rain, so they'll just go bloody nuts again. What I need to get done actually is fencing around the orchard area so that I can run the chickens through the orchard and they can do the weeding for me.
Perfect. That sounds
That's
great.
the plan.
Oh, awesome. Lots of garden prep.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm sick of getting pwned in this chat because,
So are we still saying rubbish that's not valid? Is that our
I've
problem?
I've stopped paying any attention.
Yeah, these people can't take a joke and don't know when we're being sarcastic. So it's getting a bit boring in the chat.
Yep. Fair.
We're us being sarcastic or they're being sarcastic?
No, us. They don't understand it.
Mm.
Yeah.
Oh, well,
Not very bright.
Are we possibly not coming on next week?
Yeah, we'll have the week off next week, guys. Also, like, who can be bothered with these trolls? We don't really need it again in the lead up to finals, but we'll come back after the Collingwood game.
Yes.
Depending on how we went. I mean, we'll come back to talk about it. Win or lose.
Yes.
Because that's what we do here at Here We Crow.
Absolutely.
We're very used to coming back after losses. Since we started, so yes.
Definitely not bandwagoners on this podcast.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
But anyway, come back and join us then, Monkey Man and Lol and whoever the other guy is, Random Sam. New fans, don't forget to subscribe. You get a notification when we go live.
Yeah, exactly.
Go buy yourself
So are we doing
hoodie if you like.
tips? Are we going to tip?
Lol's going to see us after the Collingwood game. Oh, mate, meet you at the Blighty statue.
I wouldn't advise it, Monk Man.
See you guys on the hill. We don't go on the hill.
No, we're way too good for the hill.
We're rich.
Doing very well for ourselves, yes.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, all right.
The trolls have really made the wheels fall off, I feel.
Didn't know this would lead to an in-person physical altercation, but there you go.
Do you? How much do you support the Crows, Ben? This is the real test.
It would be a very, very high threshold for me to get into a physical altercation. It's not something I have interest in. Yeah. Oh well.
No, I just want to see if they're as good at trolling to my face as they are on the internet with a keyboard in front of them. I've got to say probably not. Just quickly before we finish, Brad M wants to know if we've got any All-Australian thoughts.
Good question.
Surely Worrell's a lock.
I reckon Worrell, Dawson. And there was another one I was thinking of today. Can't believe I've forgotten their name.
One of the
Riley
forwards?
Thilthorpe.
No. Oh, Thilthorpe, yes. I thought you were saying O'Brien. Sorry. Yes, Thilthorpe. Yes, Thilthorpe, Dawson and Worrell I think should be locks.
Yep.
Anyone else is a bonus.
Yeah, I agree.
Great.
Yeah.
I think Dawson surely is going to be All-Australian captain, you'd think.
Yes.
Noah Anderson might be
There's a lot of talk for Noah Anderson, but I don't know.
Either way, going to be fantastic. And Lol, we're not here next week, mate, so don't even bother joining. But like I said, you'll get a notification when we do go live after the Collingwood game,
Or just watch the replay from tonight next week if you like. That's fine.
Or you can watch the Collingwood game we just played like 2 weeks ago. Watch that on replay.
Yeah, 100%. Anyway.
All right, guys, thanks for joining us. Been real. Go Crows.
Yeah, go boys. Go
See you in a
good.
couple of weeks.
See ya.
And I think we're going to beat GWS by
Oh, yeah,
25
the girls.
points.
Oh, yeah, the girls.
Yes.
We're going to beat them by 34.
Oh, wow. I'm going to say 10.
And we're going to beat Collingwood by 1 point.
Oh, my God, my heart.
I'm going to go positive and say a 28-point win.
Oh, I like that. I'm going to split the diff and go like 12. 2 kicks, I reckon.
Very good.
Oh, no one picked Collingwood, guys. Sorry. See you later.
Bye.